Today's video is jam-packed full of Dollar Tree hacks, and the best part about them, they are designed for my kind of people, those who love to DIY and decorate. You're watching Whiskey and Whit. My name is Whitney, and a huge thank you to Snap Power for sponsoring today's video. Also, a huge thank you to my whiskey craft buddies who are here each and every week to DIY with me. If you're not already a craft buddy, no worries, just hit subscribe down below and you can join us.
Are your towels always falling off your stove and dishwasher bar in your kitchen? Well, this hack is for you. Grab some pop dot tape, and I like to use the middle to largest size. I cut a piece that's just a couple inches long, peel off the piece that covers the other side of the double stick adhesive, set up my towel, stick it down, and you're good to go. It's going to hold it in place, but you're easily able to peel it off if you need to wash those towels, and you can even dry your hands while it's on there. This is a game changer. I've been getting so frustrated because my front door has been getting scratched when we open and shut it, and the hanger moves with our wreath. So I grabbed some felt pads. You can either grab these or Dollar Tree has these as well, at least mine did. So grab whatever works. And I used the long strips from the first pack from the tool automotive section to cover the back of the hanger. This hanger is also from Dollar Tree, but you can put it on whatever hanger you have. And then when you go to hang it on the door, if it is a high traffic door like our front door where people come in and out and it moves, I'm so happy that I'm not going to have a bunch of scratches in my door. Another use for those felt pads, because you're going to have a whole package and you don't just want to use some of it, we're going to use all of it. Trim them down and you can put them on things that are leaning against your wall. Think blanket ladders, large mirrors, and then if you've got stuff that moves, you will not have a situation where it's going to scratch your wall. This is a crafting must-have, like top 10 for me. You've got to have one of these sewing needles from Dollar Tree because they are a game changer for garlands. I like that they're longer. If you can't find them at Dollar Tree, Amazon has them as well, and I'll link them down below. But the Dollar Tree one, you can't beat the price. And you can string up everything from cardboard to felt balls like I'm doing here with the help of my assistant Finn. He was helping me with the pattern this day. He really wanted to get involved, and it is such a game changer. So grab one of these. You will be glad you did heading into fall and Christmas DIYs. If you've been around a while, you know I love printable art, and one of the easiest ways to display it that you can switch out all the time is using a clipboard. I like to just print them out. You can either do 8x10 or 8.5x11, and these are some fall printables that I have over in my free resource library. I also have a ton of other seasons, so you can head over there and check it out. If you're new to my free resource library, I've got details down below on how you can get the password, how you can opt in, and if you're already a craft buddy, you can just head over and use the password in today's newsletter. Another must grab for my DIYers and decor friends are these multi-purpose organizers. Whichever one you can find will work. And this is a great multi-use piece. First use is you are going to fill it up with your most used DIY supplies, and then you can move this around the house, especially if you don't have a dedicated craft space. Wherever you're using your Cricut, wherever you're crafting, you can use it there. Another thing I like to do is fill this up for birthday parties or seasonal decorations where it's got all the things I need, everything from twine to command strips to scissors. And I also love the silicone mat, also from Dollar Tree, because if I'm using my glue gun, not in my craft room, it's going to catch all those drips and I'm not going to get it everywhere.
The day this video goes up, I'm officially 21 weeks pregnant, which is so exciting. That also means I am getting up multiple times a night to head to the bathroom. Now, I don't always want to turn on the big light, but I'm also concerned about low visibility, maybe tripping, just because I am klutzy even when I am not pregnant. So I have a great hack for that low visibility anywhere in your house. It's Snap Power guide lights. These are going to give you the function of a nightlight without giving up an actual outlet plug. Especially great for those most used areas where you're plugging in all the stuff like bathrooms. Plus, as a decorator, I really like that they blend in much better than bulky plugged-in nightlights. I'm by no means an electrician, but these were pretty easy to install, and it took me only a couple minutes start to finish. Step 1, super important, after turning off the power breaker to the outlet, then all you need is a screwdriver to remove your existing outlet cover. Then line up the Snap Power guide light. Notice there's no wires you have to connect, super easy, it just pops in. Screw it back on. Turn your power back on, and boom, done in just a few seconds. They will turn on and off with the built-in automatic light sensor, and you can also adjust to 2 brightness levels or fully turn them off. I really like that the internal LED lights are energy efficient. They cost less than $1 per year to run, and they will last up to 25 years. So you do it once and you're set. I've got 10% off Snap Power guide lights for my craft buddies. Head down to the description and click the coupon link. You can head over there and pick out all the specifics that you want for your house, from color to type of outlet. And I know I'm gonna head over there and grab myself some more for the baby's nursery as well as our kitchen.
One of the top craft buddy questions I get all the time is, Whitney, where do you store all of your decor? Well, here are some of my favorite Dollar Tree hacks to help keep everything organized. The first being this thermal bag. I love this for seasonal florals because I can fit long and short ones in there, even small wreaths depending on the diameter. And then when everything is in there and flat, I can close the top with these snaps and it's going to keep everything dust free from season to season, which is really helpful. Then I like to just put that in with my tubs of decor. Then I know what is what, and the thicker bags will not get holes in them from the stems. This is a new favorite of mine, these felt drawer organizers. They're in the laundry section, and I like to put them in tubs I already have to help organize some of these small little trinkety things. I usually wrap these in some packing paper, and it's hard to know what's where. So here you just put them in the little holes, and then you can see through the side of the container or at the top where everything is. These vacuum storage bags from Dollar Tree have come a long way. They used to make some that were terrible, but I wanted to try them again, and they actually worked really well. So I like this for seasonal pillows, towels, blankets, clothes, any of those soft things you don't need out all the time. Fill up your bag, don't fill it too full, make sure it is fully zipped shut. And then I like to get some of the air out with my hands and pressure first, and then I finish it off with my vacuum to suck it way down. This is great because it can go in a tub like this, or you can just put it on your shelf. It will stay like this, keep everything dust free, and they'll pop right back up next year. Another way you can store soft goods from season to season are these jumbo underbed storage bags. I like to put seasonal stuff like Halloween, fall, Christmas stuff in there. Then you can slide it just right under your bed or put it in a closet to get it out of the way. The bag is going to keep any dust or any nastiness off of your clothes for the next year, and then you're ready to pull it out next season when you want them. Now, if you're like me and your Halloween and Christmas stuff is too big for these jumbo bags, I like these Amazon ones. I suck them all up and it saves a ton of space. So I will link these down below if you'd rather have. We're going to grab some hangers for the next one, or use some you already have, and you can either use kid size or adult. I'm going to take my tin snips and chop right through the center of the bottom of this plastic hanger. Then I'm going to use all of these ribbon and add it on there to act as ribbon storage. You can pop through any of the stickers if you don't have openings on either end. And I like to do even Dollar Tree jute twine and cotton twine as well. I took a little binder clip in the center just to make sure nothing would slide off, and then I can hang this in my craft room closet, good to go. If a lot of your ribbon is already used and open like mine, just go ahead and wrap it around and use a Dollar Tree rubber band to keep it all together. And this is going to make it so you can see stuff, you can organize it by season, types of ribbon. Now, if you're looking for something that is more to use the ribbon, I like these containers that have holes in the side. You can take either dowel rods, or these are just little shish kebab skewers from the food section at Dollar Tree. You're going to slide it through the center just like we did with that hanger, but then you can feed your ribbon on the outside. This is great for holiday wrapping. It's also great for DIYing. You can put all your fall stuff in there or whatever, and then kind of roll it back up if you need the slack back in. Another use for hangers that is super helpful is if you cut a larger slit in the center, it will fit your paper towels. I've shared this before in a variety of different ways, but this is so nice for sheds or garages when you're working outside. You can just grab a paper towel and go. This next one is for my spray paint lovers. You are going to either want to grab a Lazy Susan or one of these plant rollers. Then you're also going to need some cooling racks from the kitchen section, and we're going to make a makeshift Lazy Susan to help you spray paint. Just pop them together like so. You can put your items on top, give it a quick spray. It's going to keep it up off of your surface, and then you can also twist it to get to the other sides before things are dried. I also like that the cooling rack is not hooked to the bottom, because then all you got to do is pick up your item. You can let it go dry and put another one down and just keep it moving. Over the years, I have had mixed reactions to Dollar Tree florals, but here are some of my favorite hacks to make them look like $1,000,000. First, with these fall ones, I grabbed a mixture of short stem as well as these long stem pumpkins, and we're going to kind of Frankenstein them, but it's going to look amazing. On the pumpkin ones, I'm pulling off all of the green leaves just because I feel like that doesn't give it a high-end look. It makes it look cheap. And then what you're going to do is pop off those really pretty bold color maple leaves and put them where those green ones were. So on any of those little nubs, it's like just Tetris. You can, put one here, but they will literally pop right on how they popped off the other one. And then you just style it and you're good to go. These stems look so much better together than they ever did apart, and it's so easy to elevate those Dollar Tree florals. You can also do the same thing with everyday florals. So it depends on what you grabbed, how you're going to update it. But for these, all I did was remove the little green leaves, and then you have brown stems with the little white cherry blossoms. Pop them in a vase and they look so much more high-end without those little green leaves. And then I also found these, which have a lot thinner of stems, which actually look better to me. But once I removed the green, you realize that the top is brown and the bottom is green, which looks silly to me. So I just popped the top ones off, spray painted the bottom brown so that it would match, put it back together, and it looks so much better. So don't think you have to leave them as is. You can definitely cut them apart, refigure everything, and it makes them look so much better for only $1.25 in a little bit of time. When it comes to decorating and DIY, here are some of my must grabs, one being the reusable gloves. I like them because you can use them for everything from staining to spray painting. It keeps your hands clean, it keeps your arms clean. I like that they go up your arm, it protects the manicure, and then all you have to do is lay them out, let them dry, and you can use them again. I love the back to school time at Dollar Tree because they have so many amazing options for craft rooms. These book bins come in a variety of different colors. It's great for everything from notebooks to printer paper. It even holds vinyl. And I just added some labels here, but if you know what's in each or you color code it, it's no big deal. You can also fit 3 of them inside a cubby like this that I have in my craft room. Definitely a win, must grab. I also would recommend these wood rounds for $1.25. I have so many projects using these. Definitely love. I also love these craft paper rolls. You can use them for painting just to put them down or for different projects. Dollar Tree vinyl is going to be a skip for me just because it does not cut as well. And really, you're just getting what you pay for. But their Cricut look-alike pickers, weeding tools, scrapers, all the things, 10 out of 10 would recommend those. Definitely save your money there when you can. We talked about back to school. Another thing, must grab. I talk about these all the time, but you can only get them during the back to school. So I want to make sure you're aware. These containers stack so great. They take vinyl, awesome. And I use them for like sub hobbies. So everything from candle making, embroidery. I've got ornaments, iron-on patches. They also have these that hook at the top that you can get. They have small and large versions. Just any of their clear ones are great for craft rooms because you can stack them and you can really keep everything together that you're looking for. I've started a little bit of an obsession with these Barbie containers from the kids' toy section because I can usually find them in any store I'm in, and they are great for organization. Not only are they great for craft room stuff like stickers, glue sticks, all of that, but I decided to organize this tub that is a hodgepodge of Christmas wrapping stuff. I have my wrapping paper pretty organized, but like things like sticker tags, cards, and little embellishments were all over the place. So I sorted them. I have one with all cards, one with all tags, and then one with all little gift embellishments. I like to get these mini ornaments every year. And so now I know exactly where they are. The clear front is awesome. And there are so many different ways you can use these bags, but I really like the size. And for $1.25, they really help me keep my seasonal stuff in check. If you don't already have one of these glue gun pads that are 100% silicone, you definitely need it. It's great for under your glue gun, especially if you have little dribbles. It won't get on your table and it will pop right off. Another favorite for glue gun related activities are these soak off nail caps. They have finger protectors for hot glue already in the craft section, but I must have like man hands or big fingers or something because they don't fit my fingers. So these are great because it fits all my fingers, including my thumb. It keeps everything protected. I don't get burnt, and it's just awesome. I love them. This one is just a did you know. Add a little bit of glue to the end of a small glue stick to stick it to the next one. So then that way you've got a Mondo glue stick. And these silicone pot holders can be used interchangeably with the silicone mats. You can also get things like silicone spatulas to help you push it down. And if the hot glue gets attached to it, it's going to peel right off, which is great. Another really great use for these silicone little pot holders in your craft room is for a paint palette. You can put your paint on it, use it as just like a reusable paper plate. Then you can clean it off. It will come off really easily with soap and water. The other thing you can do is use it as a cleaning pad for your paintbrushes. So I like to put just a little bit of foaming hand soap. This is whatever we have in Finn's bathroom. And then you can take it and really work it into your brush. That's going to help get stuff off. You guys, I don't want to admit it, but I accidentally left these for about a week in water, so I had to get them really clean, but I was able to get them all clean and ready to use. I thought I had lost like 5 of my favorite paintbrushes, but this brought them back to life. It also works really well if you leave Mod Podge in them as well, so keep that in mind. I love to use these Dollar Tree microfiber mitts, do regular dusting and cleaning like here on my kitchen table, but I also like to put them on my feet, and it makes it a lot easier to clean the baseboards and the little banisters going up my stairs. It picks up a lot of dog hair and I don't have to bend over to do it. I love to grab magic erasers for their intended use, but I also get them wet and use them on my windows. It picks up a lot of dog hair as well as my own hair and dust when it's wet. You just swipe it over the top and it's a nice dupe for the more expensive Scrub Daddy wet duster. This next one is great if you are crafting with kids. Grab one of these pump dispensers from the beauty section and fill it with paint. You need just enough that it will hit that little dispenser straw inside. Pump up just a little bit and then you can get a little bit of paint so that your kids can use it and it's not going everywhere. The other great thing is if you knock it over, it's just a little bit of paint, it's not a ton, and then you can just wipe off the top, clean it up, and close it. This is also great to have on hand if you make a lot of wood signs where you can have your color to touch up. Another great arts and crafts hack for kids is to grab either a business card holder or this pencil holder. I'm using markers for this one because that is where the hack comes in. I'm going to glue just the caps into this so you can look in and see what color cap is where. And then once everything is in its spot, you can add as many or as little as you want. Once everything's glued down, then my son is able to just pop out the marker, color with whatever color he wants, and then he can pop it back in because he can see what color lid there is. It's really helpful because then we aren't losing a ton of caps and we don't have 5 million markers that are dried out, and it keeps him happy and creating. When I shared my hack for using RIT dye to dye wood beads, so many of you asked if you could use food coloring. I wasn't sure, so I wanted to test it out, and you guys, this is a game changer. I added some Dollar Tree food coloring to a solo cup with a little bit of warm water in the bottom, and each of the containers came with a recipe guide, so it tells you how many drops to use for which color. I did red, which was just true, like 6 drops of red, and then I also did an orange mixture. I dropped some beads in there to test, and I let them sit for about a half an hour. Then I just scooped them out with a spoon, put them on a paper towel. I got rid of some of the excess and let them dry, and this is great. They're ready to be strung up, and they give kind of a stained look, which I really, really like. I love to decoupage fabric, tissue paper, and cardstock on 2 pieces of wood, but sometimes with the Mod Podge it can get a little bubbly, so here is a fun trick I learned on TikTok. Take some Mod Podge and apply it to your wood. This is just a little Dollar Tree tag. I also decided to put it on some of these small little rolling pins, and then cut out your tissue paper, give yourself a little bit of an overhang, apply it on top of that dried Mod Podge, and take a heat source, so I'm just using my Cricut Easy Press on the medium setting, press it down with some parchment paper, give it about 20 seconds, and then you can sand it down with sanding block. You have no bubbles, it is completely stuck on, and you're just basically re-engaging the Mod Podge with the heat, seals on that tissue paper without having all of those bubbles and the mess. I flipped it over, did some lemons on the other side, and this is a beautiful finish. It will also work on a curved surface. This next one is for all of my Cricut owners. You can also do this for your other cutting machines. I like to grab a Dollar Tree microfiber mitt and clean my Cricut, usually twice a year, sometimes more if it gets dirty. Start with the outside and just use it dry to get rid of any little pieces of dust, etc. And then I go in with a little bit of just gentle multi-surface cleaner and a little Q-tip. I spray it on there. You can get in any of these crevices, anywhere where any of the grease has moved. Now here is the key. You want to make sure that you are not touching that band in the back, but you can clean any of these other areas, and that is why I'm using a Q-tip. Once everything is clean, you can go in with a little dry cotton pad to clean up anything else. Then you're good to go for your next Cricut project. Something else you can easily clean with Dollar Tree items are your mats. Mine get a lot of hair and stuff stuck, both mine and my black labs, and they turn not sticky. You can wash them a ton of times. You don't only get one use out of them. What I like to do is get them wet, add a little bit of Dawn dish soap, and then I rub it on with my hand. You can scrape off any of the hair at that point because it's going to get loose. Wash that off, and then once all of your bits are off, let it fully dry. I hang them with Dollar Tree hooks over our bathtub overnight, let them get fully dry, and then they are good to go for the next round. And then 2 more quick little Cricut tips with Dollar Tree supplies. Dollar Tree sells one of these weeding cups that are made for weeding cups, and it doesn't work in my opinion. It doesn't grab my vinyl, but what does is this makeup sponge holder. It hooks to the table just like the other one, but it is in a different shape. I like it because it grabs onto the vinyl, and the other great thing is you can put your tool across the center if you have to walk to go do something, and then you won't lose it. It's just sitting right there, which is awesome. The other thing I love to grab at Dollar Tree in the party section are these snap bracelets. You can snap them around everything from vinyl to wrapping paper, and it will keep everything together. I then take my vinyl rolls and toss them in one of these Dollar Tree bins in my IKEA kitchen island table in my craft room. It is a great way to keep everything organized. I have colors as well as white and black vinyl, and it just keeps everything in its spot for the next craft project.
That's going to do it for this round of hacks, and I hope you guys loved it. As always, let me know your favorites down in the description. I know so many of you say it's really hard to pick one, so let me know a couple of your favorites. That just really helps me inform future videos so I know what you guys are liking, what I should do more of, etc. Also, while you're down there, be sure to click the link for that 10% off discount for those Snap Power guide lights. A huge thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. Thanks to you for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Oh, and before you leave, if you're not already a craft buddy, be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss a future video. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!